Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my Grantham Town Football Manager 23 save. It is the end of season. We are in the end of season break, and I did say in the last video of the series that I would bring you back in time for the pre-season. However, there's a couple of very important updates that I need to give you before I even get to that point. So, let's jump in, shall we? Okay, people. Obviously, we won the league last year, and we got promoted, and we won a couple of cups and did really well. We then had the slightly disappointing news that some of our players had decided to retire at the end of the season, which means that we have to, unfortunately, sign some replacements. However, we also have some big news. Matt Tootle has decided he too is now going to retire at the end of the season. Despite the fact I actually wanted to offer him a new contract, he's decided he's had enough of playing and is going to leave the club. So, I'm going to have to try and get a replacement for him. But we had some other news, if I can find it. Because there's a lot of emails have come in the last couple of days. There's been a lot happening. Sarah has decided to retire from hands-on football as the Grantham Town owner. And as a result of that, we got put into we got a transfer embargo placed on us. Okay, which means we're not allowed to sign anybody or do any transfers until things have been resolved, because the club are now being sold. The club's now being sold, or was being sold as of Friday the 2nd of July. Obviously, with Sarah deciding to step down at the end of the season, she's selling the club. And I think as of Monday the 5th of June, the takeover was completed. So that was very quick. That was done over a weekend, ladies and gents. But the club has been taken over. And Tyler Willock is now the new owner of the club. I have no idea who he is. There's no way to click on him to get his profile. He has decided to inject $26,000 into the club's coffers. And obviously, unfortunately, a bunch of the directors have left the club following the takeover, and some new directors have come in. So all change at the top. How that's going to affect things for me going forward, I do not know. There was a new club vision proposed by the new chairman, which honestly looked very similar to the club vision that I already agreed to at the end of the season with Sarah and co. The only difference is that I can see is they've added this play high tempo pressing football. And unfortunately, that is one thing I'm probably not going to be doing. Because at this level, pressing football requires very super fit players. And unfortunately, because we're only semi-pro, we don't have, 7-day-a-week training. We don't have, 4 or 5 training sessions a day. There's no way to get players super fit and have super soldier type, players at this level, at this low level of football. So I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to just keep playing the way I have been playing, because it worked so well last season. And the good news is they did lift the transfer embargo, which means, thank God for that, I now get to go and look at exploring and signing some players. Obviously, players have gone and left the club. Other players' contracts run out at the end of the month, end of June. And I've sadly already notified some players that they will not be getting new deals. And that's basically where we stand. I am now going to go off and hopefully talk to my scouting team and go and check in on some of these players that they are scouting currently. See which ones we need to bring into the club based on the players that are leaving, that we have to replace, and also with the idea of strengthening the club for the following season. Because obviously we're going to need some slightly better players now we've gone up a division. So that is where we're at. The next time I see all of you people, we'll probably be doing our first pre-season friendly. And we'll be having some new players to announce to you. But I just thought I wanted to give you this update, first of all, because obviously there's a lot to do there. A lot of stuff has happened in literally a week. Where club's been sold, owners have changed hands, players have jacked it in and retired, and we got put under a transfer embargo, and I started to panic like, oh my God, everybody's retiring and I'm not going to be able to sign anybody new. Thankfully, and also there was no guarantee that the new owners were going to keep me as manager, was there? You know, the new owners might come in and have a completely different idea and approach to the running the club, and it was no guarantee that I was going to keep my job, but thankfully I have. So now it's time for me to do all the impressive pre-season work. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. It is kick-off time for the new season as we begin our campaign in the Southern Premier Division Central. Yeah, after getting promoted from the East Division, we've gone into the Southern Premier Division. And the board are giving me, obviously, a gentle reminder of what's expected of me this season. Transfers are done. New players are in. We haven't had any more players go. So this will be your first chance to see some of the new players in action today. Right, we are going to stick with that. We do need to name another 2 subs though. We're going to have Dinsey as a centre back. We've got no strikers, so we're going to need to have Greg Smith on the bench. Wilson, yeah, we've got a bunch of players here, none of whom are in the been picked for the starting 11. You pretty much got most of the new boys in. Brian, Pickles, Cabango, Watt, Smith, Lloyd. They're all new players to the team. Akinola's new. Durrant's new. Yeah, they're all the new players. So we look forward to seeing them in action. They're all lacking match sharpness because we've only had 3 pre-season friendlies. Not quite sure what's gone on there. Why we've only had 3 friendlies to get everything ready and warmed up for the new season. But that's the way it is. And our first match of the season is away from home. And then we'll be at home in the next game, which I'll also include in today's video for you all. Right, let's go out there and try and get a win over Needham Market in our opening game of the season. And again, teams playing pretty decent, I mean, we're the only team really that plays a slightly different formation, don't we? Which is a bit weird. We go for the 4-4-2 or the 4-2-4, depending on how you want to label it. But yeah, it's been going. Pre-season friendlies went fairly okay.
Neat exchange, making use of the space out wide.
They did.
One with the technical capability of pulling off that sort of a thing.
About as smooth as it gets.
Are you sure?
That's a great hit, but you've got to question why the defence didn't do a better job.
Ben Lloyd, assist from Lee Shaw.
Making use of the space out wide. Oh, that's a clever looking.
There's one of the new boys scoring on his debut.
Oh my word!
His competitive debut.
Fantastic!
More options then for the man on the ball. Picked off with relative ease.
Intense this. Threads one through. Play down the
So yeah,
flank
Shaw
right
is
now.
definitely going to be more of a striker this season than a winger.
Great reaction.
And that's
Think.
been levered clear.
And the chase is on.
Because I haven't actually been able to sign any strikers, really, potential strikers. Scouts really haven't come to me with any good recommendations for strikers. That's the one position that I've not really replaced this year. The Nathan Tyson position for this season so far.
Well picked out.
And we obviously need to do that. Oh, Foster. Good save. Bit of hydration.
Searching with that cross.
I am obviously kitted out for the new season today. The intro to this video, the first part of this video I recorded yesterday, I think it was, Sunday. Might have been Saturday. Can't remember now when I recorded it. I've been to sleep since then. Actually, is it Lee? Lee Shaw!
Oh, how good is he?
Right, offside? Nowhere near, look.
That's an untidy challenge. Retain possession. Decent ball. Gets it out to the wing.
Oh, Horsfield's got an injury.
Played in deep.
Mason Lee! Yes!
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into
Doing
such a good
chicken
position.
nugget. He's also booked again, so he didn't learn anything, did he, last year from the FA
Cross
Trophy?
delivered temptingly.
Don't get yourself booked. He's not learnt that one.
Decisive action by the goalkeeper. He was the target. Goes for the cross. Does well to read it and intercepts. He's still got it. He's looked long this time. Deals with it. He's on the move. Plays it out wide. Threads one through.
Grady! So the entire front four have scored
Oh, that was a
in the
great
opening
strike.
game
He
of the
just gave
season.
keeper absolutely no chance.
He's doing an Irish jig. Why?
Over to the left. Coaxed through there. Oh, brilliant! That is brilliant!
The tackling has been good in general, but we're still committing too many fouls. Yeah, we've committed 10. Have a look. What we can do to change that. We're going to change Horsfield. Are we? Ooh. Ooh. And what can play there? And then bring in a Jobson or Horsfield. Right, let's have a look. What we got tackling to? Stay on feet. Don't dive in. Don't dive in. Mason Lee's probably a candidate for an early replacement in the second half because of that booking. And probably maybe Greg Smith for O'Grady. I did manage to get Greg Smith scoring a few goals in pre-season in the friendlies. Mainly from corners, set pieces, headers from corners. Still good to know that he's got that in his locker still. No, to be honest, I'm a bit confused because I thought he was retiring, it said, at the end of last season. Yet he's still here. He's still kind of sticking around. Same with Matt Tootles. I thought it said Matt Tootles was retiring, but he's still sticking around. And he's currently playing. I've got him in the reserves at the minute. I have. I've got him playing for those.
And he heaves it forward. And he's got away. Good idea, just poorly executed. And there's a long ball. Coaxed through there, squeezed that one through. It has to go somewhere. Keeper provides an outlet.
Well, our pace has dropped off a little bit.
And it's played
not been as dominant this half. There's a big ball forward to O'Grady, who manages to find a home for it in the bottom corner.
Look, that's not just about the right technique. You have to have courage and belief in yourself to go for glory like that.
Ball. Oh, that is special! Here comes the corner. What does this offer him? Oh, can he get onto this? What are his options? Surely mustn't continue. Tries to get some whip on it.
Left his chance to complete a hat-trick. Right. Let's make some changes, though. So, Sam Durrant for Mason Lee. Akinola for Matt Smith. Daizu for Brian. Dinsey for Pickles. Greg Smith for maybe O'Grady. I know he's on a hat trick, but we'll take him off. And that gives us some nice fresh legs to see out the rest of the game.
That's tidy. With a searching ball. Clip it forward.
Oh, they've scored a goal. We couldn't keep a clean sheet, could we, lads?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper.
Although on the bright side, that does save me a lot of money because a lot of the players are on clean sheet bonuses, so we're not paying that out today. That'll save us a few quid.
Struck first time.
Magnificent!
There we go. Game over. Game over. Good first win of the season. Well done, lads. Good win for us. Nice to see some of the new boys playing well already. So most of these players I've picked up off the well, certainly were free transfers. I didn't sign anybody from any clubs. A lot of them were players that had been released at the end of the season from the clubs that they were previously with. So And there's just the one player that I've brought in on loan because I couldn't sign him to a permanent deal because he wasn't interested in a permanent transfer to us. But we've got him. Got him on loan for the season. And that's Pickles, the defender, who started the first half. Right then, we'll skip to the next match now then, which will be against, let's have a look at the schedule, Redditch United, look. So, I'll see you then for the first home game of the season. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go then. Second match of the season, Grantham Town versus Redditch United. First match at home. Let's go and see if we can carry on the great, lovely, wonderful performance we managed in the last match. Right, we are actually going to play a little bit more positive, I think, this game. I am wondering, though, based on the last match, whether we should include a right back. We haven't got a left back on the bench. We could have a left back on the bench because we could obviously drop the goalie because we don't often need a reserve goalie in this league. Tobbins coming in defence. Oh, I probably should have mentioned as well. We lost Ashton Hall just before the start of the season. A club came in and made an offer for him. Contract offer. He was obviously on a non-contract, so I couldn't do anything to stop them. And he decided to go and take it, despite the fact he'd just accepted a new contract with me for this season. So that was a little bit of a kicker, which is why I've had to loan in that Pickles fella. That's why I've got that loan. Because I needed somebody then just to make sure we've got cover for central defence. And yeah. Shame that Ashton Hall leaving, but he obviously wanted more guaranteed first team football, and he was being used in obviously squad rotation under me here at the club. But he still got a lot of match time last season, so strange one. Can't really do much about that. But hey. This is kind of my team now. This is like the first season where I get to build and put my own kind of stamp on things a little bit, doesn't it? You know? Because I've been more involved in all the player signings and building this squad for this season.
Now, what follows?
And this is kind of, I mean, obviously Lee Shaw, Chris O'Grady, Mason Lee, they're carryovers from last season. Yeah, there's a lot of new faces. New faces on that bar, plus obviously some new faces last season, like Foster, Horsfield, Tobbin, you know.
And there's a long ball, firmly met. That's a tidy take.
Oh yeah, we should be in good. We should be in good shape,
Is
I
there
think.
to take. Oh, he's found support out wide. Stubborn defending. Good outlet. Has it in a wide position. And he's forced to go crossfield. Decent ball. Clears it out of harm's way. Get on the front foot.
Shaw went down. Is that going to be a penalty?
Definite foul
Is
there.
that a penalty?
To step forward
It's
for
pointed to the spot. Lee Shaw's going to step up and take it. And Lee Shaw's not going to miss that. That puts us 1-0 up. That's his second of the season already. That's it, Lee. I've also made Lee captain for the coming season, because I expect him to play a lot of matches.
Can take it up. Oh, that's a nice ball.
A bit tired today. I've had an early start to things today on this Monday morning.
Well picked out.
to go and get my eyes tested at 8:30. Get my new glasses ordered to replace the ones that I broke. I decided to go for 2 pairs of those this year. Because I really did like those other glasses. I don't like these ones. I don't like the ones with the frames. They're too heavy. They're too clunky. They're very uncomfortable, especially when I fall asleep in them and then roll over on the night. They kind of dig into your face. I've cut my eyebrow on top of the frame. So, yeah. Not good. So I've gone for 2 pairs of the ultra bendy, frameless, flexible Wonder ones that I had. The only difference is I think they're silver in colour, like silver or like a grey colour rather than dark frame like these ones and my previous ones. That's going to be a bit different. There's Mason Lee banging in the goal, look. Well done, Mason Lee.
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him. Searching with that cross. And he's found the net! Now then. What a lovely delivery. It deserved better. Played in. Well read. Against the crossbar. Takes aim with a cross. Against the crossbar. Levelled at him. Excellent challenge. Frustrated here in the face of this rear guard. Delivers the ball. Takes the long option. Good win of the ball.
We have got a 3-0 lead. Very nice. Going into half-time. It is pouring with rain, though, here at the Mears.
Right approach, isn't it? Goes back.
Pitch is looking good, though. Pitch is looking nice, I have to say. Credit to the ground staff. They've done a great job getting this pitch looking very nice for the coming season. Certainly looks a lot better than our real life pitch, but hopefully we're going to sort that out. We're going to be sorting that out in the next week or two. Making start on the wonderful pitch replacement and maintenance. Ready for the coming new season. Following, obviously, the fundraising game yesterday at the stadium. Right, we have got a nice, comfortable 3-0 lead. We can probably think about changing some players. I'm going to give Greg a run out. A bit more. He needs it for his fitness. I'm going to bring... I don't like players on bookings. I don't want any suspensions early in the season. Although I have changed the code of conduct for this second season. And I am actually going to be a little bit stricter now on fining players who get booked and suspended. Because last season, obviously, we picked up quite a lot of cards.
Oh, it's hit the post.
I was going to change the tactics, actually, for this match. And put stay on feet as our tactic of choice. Here
comes the corner. No time to dwell on the ball. Chance here.
Offside?
Oh, after so much hard work, he fluffed. He just shouldn't be.
Oh, Lino. I think you got that one wrong. Right, who's subs? There's Mason Lee.
Oh, he's hit the bar.
Right, Durant, Mason Lee. Let's go. Aaron Pickles for Cabango, who's on a bucket. Let's go. Tyree Wilson for Ben Lloyd, who's not done a lot today. Tyler Williams for Horsfield is the sensible decision there, and Kaizu for Joe Brown. There's all the subs. So last 25 minutes of the match. Get some fresh legs into, get some minutes under the belts of some of these players. There's also a few of these players that are going to be available for the reserve team as well. Because I've got a few more extra spare players this year.
Takes the long option.
Because obviously the reserve team was full of players last year, as well as having these spare first team players. But because obviously the reserve team players' contracts expired and I let them go, I don't have the reserve team's being made up of spare first team players and good under 21 players. It's a bit of a mishmash. We don't really have a dedicated reserve team this season.
Firmly met. His positioning was getting away from them.
Oh, it's gone out good. Might be a clean sheet though. Which could cost me some money. Offside. Unlucky there, Durant. Because that was would have been a good goal else. But hey, it's another 3-0. So first home win of the season. That's nice. Yes. We're off and running. We're off and running, people. Again, board said we have to get promoted this season. They've laid down the law. I have obviously signed some players. We are paying quite a bit in wages. We're nearly at our £8 a week budget for wages. So, yeah, we're paying quite a lot. I think Lee Shaw's top earner of the club. I think he's on about £7.50 a week, possibly. Kilmarnock boss looking at Chris O'Grady. Ooh. Can't afford to lose any more good strikers because they don't come along every day. Wages, yeah, Lee Shaw 775. Mason Lee's on 700 now a week. And then got a couple of players on £300 per week, and a bunch of others. And then obviously we've got the pay-as-you-go boys down the bottom. Greg Smith, Sam Durant, Diaz Wright, Jonathan Dinzai. They're there. But ladies and gentlemen, we have completed the first 2 matches of the new season. 2 wins under our belt, 6 points. We're off to a good start. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be back with more of this save going forward. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Cheerio.